Coming up, concerning COVID-19 numbers as the debate on wearing masks continues.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The surge in COVID-19 cases in Kentucky continues. There are more than 400 new cases in the state today. We are now at 18,670 confirmed cases in Kentucky. 8 new deaths were reported today. 620 Kentuckians have now died from COVID-19 complications. The 426 new cases today are the second most reported in a single day since the beginning of the pandemic. Laurel County topped 200 cases today, and Knox County topped 100. There have already been 1,800 cases reported since Monday. That is the most ever in any single week, and we'll still have to add in Saturday and Sunday's numbers. Governor Beshear wants people to keep working to flatten the curve, and that includes wearing a mask. Victor Puente breaks down what you need to know about the mask mandate.
Governor Andy Beshear's mandate requiring Kentuckians to wear a mask went into effect at 5 p.m. on Friday. But Attorney General Daniel Cameron says he's not sure it was allowed to. On Thursday, a Scott County judge issued a temporary restraining order against Governor Beshear in a lawsuit brought by the Kentucky Department of Agriculture and Evans Orchard. The lawsuit challenged the legality of Governor Beshear's use of executive power during the coronavirus pandemic. That order limited future use of executive orders. A motion filed today by the Attorney General asks that Scott County judge to see if the mask mandate violates the restraining order. The Attorney General says if the governor consulted with his office on the mandate, then this step wouldn't have been necessary. During his briefing today, Beshear said he had no doubt that mandate was in effect.
That applies only to executive orders, and we think it's wrong on that. But we also did an administrative reg, an emergency regulation, separate and apart, that hadn't been enjoined, includes all of it, and is in effect.
Beshear also said they believe that order from the judge wasn't legal. They believe the Court of Appeals will overturn the restraining order, then they'll get it to the Supreme Court.
But it's time, if we're going to get lawsuits on this stuff, that we go ahead and get in front of the Kentucky Supreme Court and get a final ruling.
That mandate comes as Kentucky reports 426 new cases and 8 deaths. Beshear said if the virus isn't brought under control, we could be like several other states that are having cases skyrocket.
You want to know why everybody wearing masks and the requirement is so important? Is that we could be Arizona, 10 times worse than we have it right now. ICU beds running out, hospital beds running out, doctors having to choose who gets help and who doesn't.
Cameron's office told us that motion isn't about masks, which he believes are an important tool in fighting the pandemic, but about making sure the governor's actions follow state law. In Frankfort, Victor Puente, WYMT Mountain News.
The Scott Circuit Clerk's office told us the Attorney General's motion was not filed by the close of business. It could be filed electronically after hours, but we don't know when the judge will get his hands on that or rule on it. Walmart says it will be enforcing Kentucky's mask policy. A Walmart spokesperson says they will use third-party security to remind shoppers to wear a mask. Stores will also be limited to one entrance to help with enforcement. Signs have also been posted urging customers to put on a mask. Store management is also coordinating with police if any situations occur because of the mandate. Bell County continues to see a surge in COVID-19 cases. Today alone, the health department announced 20 new cases, bringing the county total up to 97. Most of those have been in the last couple of weeks. In response to the spike, Pineville Community Health Center has added an extra day of COVID-19 testing. WYMT's Emily Bennett spoke to health officials about that testing.
COVID-19 testing is nothing new for the Pineville Community Health Center. They have been testing 3 days a week since May.
We have a really good turnaround time. We do not have to do a confirmation test because our test is so accurate that we take the first result as an accurate result.
But now, as cases increase in the county, registered nurse Melissa Lawson said they knew it was time to ramp up testing.
Now we're considered a hot spot, so to better serve our community, we offered the second day of testing and the additional day of testing, and it's really showed in the numbers.
Lawson says more people are making appointments to be tested.
Around vacationing time, we saw a decrease in our testing numbers, and then after the holiday, we saw an increase, and we also saw the increase in the numbers of positives coming back. So I think that's probably what caused the surge in our numbers.
Encouraging Kentuckians to get tested prior to leaving the state for vacation or other reasons, as well as when they return.
Now that the numbers we're seeing the peak in the numbers here, I feel like people realize that it's something serious and it's something to definitely pay attention to and address.
Sticking to their goal of stopping the spike.
Awareness and prevention, that's the key to success. And we've got the awareness out there, and now the testing is the key to the prevention.
In Pineville, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
To make an appointment to be tested, you can call 606-654-4693. Testing is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 until 5 and Saturday from 10 until 2. Morehead State University has announced its plans for students to move in this fall. Students will have to go online to make an appointment. University officials say students will only be allowed 2 guests and will have to finish moving in within a 3-hour window. Move-in will run from August 8th through August 16th.
We saw some scattered showers and thunderstorms earlier today. It's cooled us off a little bit heading into those evening hours. Still a little bit on that warmer side though. We'll take you up to some of those temperatures. 74 right now in Hazard and Jackson, 75 in London, 72 in Wise, already a little bit cooler. Monticello at 69 degrees. And it's feeling like those mid-70s, so not feeling too bad out there. That humidity's starting to go down a little bit. Satellite and radar shows the few scattered showers and thunderstorms we saw a little bit earlier this evening. Most of the showers and storms that we saw today were actually earlier this afternoon, and they have pushed out of here for sure, and we're going to see some nicer weather heading into the weekend. For tonight, we'll see temperatures drop near 67 degrees, clearing out, so we're going to continue to see the clouds clear out. And I think those rain chances are definitely out of here heading into your Saturday. So we'll see more sunshine, especially heading into the weekend. We'll also see more storms for your Sunday as it looks like our next system moves into the mountains, and pretty hot temperatures returned by that new work week. I'll have more details on that coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Paige. Coronavirus cases across the country continue to explode. Florida, Texas, and California reported their single-day highest death tolls since the pandemic started. As cases grow, more governors are imposing new restrictions. CBS's Chris Martinez has more from Los Angeles.
Georgia's largest city is locking down again after the state set a new single-day record in coronavirus cases. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms says residents should stay home, and restaurants are now limited to just takeout. Florida added more than 11,400 new coronavirus cases over the past 24 hours.
So what's really clear is Florida is not testing enough. About 1 out of 5 tests that they're doing is turning up positive.
Florida's governor insists there are enough hospital beds to handle the patient load.
No major system or nobody that we have been seeing yet has even gone to like a surge level.
A Florida physicians group is urging a statewide mandatory mask order. For the 10th consecutive day, Texas reported a new high for hospitalizations. The governor has extended his disaster declaration.
I think the numbers are going to look worse as we go into next week.
Los Angeles is one of the hardest hit areas in California. Hospitalizations here are up by 1/3 since June. The county says it will shut down all non-essential businesses if it has to. Nevada's governor reimposed restrictions on bars and restaurants in certain counties. Following scenes like this one last weekend, Michigan's governor toughened her state's mask requirement. Now, face coverings are required in public outdoor settings where social distancing isn't possible, and businesses must deny service or entry to customers who refuse to wear a mask. And Florida's Disney World reopens to the public Saturday with strict health protocols in place. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Today, the World Health Organization reported a record increase in global coronavirus infections. More than 228,000 were recorded in the last 24 hours, bringing the worldwide total to more than 12 million. 1/4 of those infections are in the United States. Laurel County is one of the counties in our coverage area that's been hit hard with COVID-19 cases, especially recently. The county has more than 200 cases now, and 130 are still active. We spoke with Laurel County Health Department's Executive Director Mark Hensley about Kentucky's mask mandate. Hensley says this was anticipated as cases began to spike.
I do hope that we start seeing a decrease in cases. And hopefully this new mandate will help. And not only wearing a mask, but doing those other guidelines the CDC has been saying all along is washing your hands, having that good hygiene, keeping social distance, and wearing a mask. Just when you leave your home each and every day, just be smart about it.
Hensley says the health department will help local businesses enforce the mandate by giving them helpful information on how to suggest their customers wear masks. As this summer heat beams down, one Magoffin County principal was concerned that students may be struggling. Keith Isaac contacted City Commissioner Paul Montgomery to get fans for a few students in the county with no air conditioning. That request was answered with more than $6,000 in donations from the community. Montgomery was impressed by the donations, but he says those receiving the fans have been the true highlight.
Older lady with 2 kids, she was raising grandchildren, had no air or heat, and we've had a few air conditioners donated, and we took her at the air conditioner and a fan, and she just cried her eyes out.
Montgomery says more than 500 families have benefited from the Operation Cool Kid program. A recent CDC study indicated pregnant women who get COVID-19 have a slightly higher risk of requiring ICU care or intubation than the rest of the population. But doctors with Norton Children's Hospital say there is no evidence of an increased risk of death for mother or baby. And just because a pregnant woman gets the virus, she will not always pass it along to the child. In fact, data shows little risk of transmission to the baby. Still, the safest thing is to try and prevent the spread of the virus in the first place. That means wearing masks, social distancing, and frequent hand washing.
Also, only going out and socializing with the people that they absolutely have to socialize with, and going to the things that they absolutely need to go to within reason, because this has been going on for a prolonged period of time, and people need to adapt and kind of go back to their basic life needs.
Women should still go to their regular doctor's appointments and keep a good supply of medication in the house so you're not always running out to the pharmacy. If you develop symptoms of the virus, including cough, fever, or difficulty breathing, call your doctor immediately. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, you might not have heard about it due to all the COVID news, but a tropical storm is hitting parts of the country tonight.
And we're going to continue to see sunshine heading into the weekend. We'll also see the chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. I'll have a look at that weekend forecast coming up.